best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience University are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business.
Do you feel like you're being watched all the time?
Do I feel like I'm being watched?
Yeah. Do you have tape over your camera on your computer?
No.
Have you gone to that level of covering up? Because it's always on, it's always watching.
What have you been reading?
Well, the rental cars now have cameras in them, and they're watching you. Actually, they're not watching you.
Rental cars have cameras?
They have cameras, but they're not using them.
Are they? Oh, they're not using them. Mm-hmm. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Right,
Are they watching the back seat?
Oh, no. And apparently they've seen all that in the front seat too.
Oh, really?
So just so you know, they actually have years ago.
I thought they weren't watching.
No, they're not watching.
They've seen it in the front seat.
But they've seen it.
Okay.
But they're not watching.
All right.
There's you've got to follow the lines.
They saw that in the front seat.
Apparently.
Let's talk about that.
No.
Okay.
No, the point is, do you feel like you're just being watched, like your Barbie doll is watching now?
Your Barbie doll is watching.
And recording you and listening to you, and
plugged
your rental car is and they say that the microphone in your phone is always recording you and sending it somewhere. Everything, even if you're not talking into it.
No.
And the webcam. Now.
No.
No. But people, it's like do.
Yeah. This is how conspiracies get started.
We're in the public eye, even if we're not in the public eye.
You can set your phone to listen all the time, so that you can't. There is because actually,
I don't even have my notifications on anymore. I'm always turning off this app is always following you, even when you're not using it.
Google is the one that did the original, listen to, because they want to hear, hey Google, and when you say that, it goes beep, I'm awake, and it's like taking a computer that's asleep and waking it up.
Why do you want that?
Because you're hands-free, right? Hey Google, I need to know where my next pizza is, or whatever.
Oh, okay, computer.
So
computer, just listen to me all the time. Okay.
You're talking to hell. Right?
At my house, we have the Nest thermostat.
Yeah.
That is smart, watches you.
Right.
Watches when you're awake. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you want to be warm. And we've named
be
him
good for goodness sake.
Jarvis.
Yeah.
So it's like we have names for all of our technology now. It's like they're people. It's like we're talking to them.
That's just it. And and I know that Siri's doing the same thing.
But don't you think it's odd that the rental car company installed cameras in all the rental cars, but they're not planning to use them?
Well, that's
why would you do that?
That's what we in the old day we used to call horse pucky.
In the old day,
horse pucky.
What do we call it now?
Charlie, you got your finger on that thing?
Oh yeah,
okay.
No, we okay.
You don't want me to say that?
No, no pucky.
All right. Well,
I just think it's interesting.
Cameras
we have all the ability. The nanny cam is now in the car. Chevy has put a nanny cam in its new Corvette last year, so that
Corvette. There's only front seats.
Yeah, so you could monitor valets.
Oh, valets.
But they had to immediately warn the new car owners not to use the feature because it's legally problematic to spy on people in your car without them knowing about it.
Oh.
So if you're going to spy on people, you have to tell them, I'm spying on you.
I tell this to friends who
this car is under video surveillance.
I tell this to friends that might benefit from having video surveillance. I say, you got to put a note. You got to say, this could be recorded.
And do you have to have a note?
I think you do. In most states, you got
to. What about
I'm not
security
a lawyer.
Cameras on your home? As long as you have, this home is.
You've got to have some kind of notification that there is some kind of security in place.
I'm going to need another sticker for that.
I think you already have one of those.
Do I?
Yeah. Just the very fact that it's under
surveillance
or security.
We got to see our house being TP'd one night. That was pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I'm not a lawyer, so check your local jurisdictions, because I know you don't want to take my advice on this.
No, do not take Eric's advice.
No.
It's just, as a professional What do you call yourself? Journalist.
I am a professional journalist.
Professional journalist. We just bring
Wait a minute. I am a professional journalist.
Okay.
What? Okay?
Oh, okay, I'm not arguing that with you.
You know what's in the news today?
What's that?
A guy who cooked his breakfast using an M16 rifle. Now think about that for a minute. How in the world could you cook a breakfast using an M16? Any ideas? Any thoughts?
No, none. Nothing none.
Comes up?
No.
Well, this guy named Dustin Ellerman thought, well, here's what he's going to do. He wrapped the muzzle of his M16 with bacon. And then he fired off 90 rounds in order to make sure that it was hot enough to cook the breakfast meat.
Oh, so the gun got hot enough to cook bacon?
Right.
Seriously?
So
don't touch that.
I mean, if you want some bacon, I mean, clearly the most efficient way to do that is to wrap the muzzle of your M16 and fire off 90 rounds.
You know what? There's nothing that bacon doesn't fix.
Or you could just use a microwave. I'm just saying. All right. Well, we have a great show scheduled for today. Very excited to have our listeners join us today. And you know, we're going to start it off with a second interview of our friend Darnyell Jervey. And we're going to learn how to position your business for profit.
Excellent.
Coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Your IT investment is not just another line item in your budget. You need to think of IT as a profitable investment with a direct effect on your bottom line. C-Squared Computer Consulting offers 24/7 system monitoring and optimization, which means reliability, performance, and productivity. Call C-Squared Computer Consulting today to realize your IT investment's potential. 303-933-1113 or find C-Squared Computer Consulting at c2cc.net.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros radio show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros radio show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Braggin Friday. The Experience Pros radio show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experience Pros radio show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
If you want to make a difference in the life of someone serving our country, if you really want to make a difference, the USO is how it's done. To find out how you can help, visit us at uso.org. The USO, until everyone comes home.
Wake up with Randy Corcoran, early mornings at 5 on KLZ 560.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Hey, you got into business for to create a lifestyle, right?
Absolutely.
Well, how's it going for you?
Well, if you've declared this is the year for you to finally make that profit, you're going to want to listen to our next guest. She's going to make sure that you've got the key facets of business all in place to be profitable, including brand messaging, marketing, sales, operations. Does it sound like a lot? Well, she's an award-winning business coach, Darnyell Jervey. Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Hi, Eric. Hi, Angel. How are you guys doing today?
Darnyell, we're doing fantastic. So nice to have you back on the show.
Thanks for inviting me back.
Absolutely. So where do we start our conversation today, Darnyell?
I think the first thing that we need to get very clear is that as entrepreneurs and business owners, we solve problems for profit.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Apparently, allegedly, guys. The statistics are so alarming. Roughly 90% of the solopreneur marketplace isn't even making $100,000 a year. And if you look at the percentage that are breaking even and the percentage that aren't, roughly 70% of all businesses, so not even just us solopreneurs, are not even breaking even in their business. It's kind of sad if you stop and think about it, because we started these businesses to create a lifestyle and to get more than we could ever get sitting behind someone else's desk.
You're absolutely right, Darnyell, but you used a word that many of our audience is not yet familiar with. That word that starts with a P. What was that?
Profit?
Profits. That's the one.
Well, yeah, I want to change that. And that's why I'm glad I got to come back and have this conversation with you guys, because it really does drive me bananas to see people living from client to client and not really learning how to bridge that gap between a paying client and a profitable business. It's entirely different what you need to learn and master in order to really get to profitability. I think a lot of entrepreneurs are very passionate about what they do, but they don't understand the mechanics and the fundamentals of business, which is why the statistics are what they are.
Sure. And they're out there. I mean, they might have some clients and they're making some money, but that is not the same thing as being profitable. So what are some things, Darnyell, that we can do to just have this shift from just barely making it, or if at all, to actually being profitable?
Yeah, so I think the most important thing, Angel, is they've got to charge more than it costs.
Oh, sure.
Novel concept, right?
Isn't that funny? You have to say that.
What I have learned from the thousands of entrepreneurs that I've worked directly with during my business tenure is that we pull numbers out of the air, or we go and look what other people who do what we do are charging, and we charge what they charge.
Yeah, that's not out of.
Yeah, because we don't know, we haven't walked a mile in their shoes, and we have no idea if they're even doing it right. And so we're entrusting the livelihood of our business to what somebody else has got posted on their website, which is so wrong. So I think, the first thing is to really get clear about your numbers and what it's going to take for you to build your business. So here are some of the things I think that we need to consider when we're looking to price our products and our services. And the first thing is we really need to look at our overhead. Like, what does it take for us to really build this business? So overhead includes things like, your rent on your office space, or the percentage of your home's mortgage that you're using where you're conducting your business activity, your utilities, your internet access, your phone bill, your business insurance, and things like that. We need to look at our direct costs. So what are the costs that are directly associated with performing the service? So I spend a lot of time working with service-based professionals. So whether they are a coach or a speaker or a financial planner or a personal trainer, what are the direct costs? So as an example, I'll use coach, because I know there's by and large a lot of people like that in your community. If you give your clients a book, how much does that book cost? And are you thinking about that when you say you charge $100 an hour? Are you thinking about those direct costs and how that begins to eat away at what's going to be left over? We want to look at things like the investments you need to make in your business And here's a big one that I think a lot of people miss, you guys. The value that you solving the problem for them is going to represent in the next 5 to 10 years.
Oh, interesting. Because we think, okay, this is how much this widget costs. And of course, when it's our services, there isn't necessarily a tangible product.
But if you're saving somebody else money.
The value.
Right.
Ooh, it
like
just
that.
got
Think about it this way, and this happened to me. So, when I first started doing my business coaching and consulting, I worked with a client that I grew their business within a year. They were making roughly $150,000, and we grew their business to $500,000 in less than a year. I charged them, I'm almost afraid to say it, but I'm going to say it because I know it's going to help somebody else. I charged them $5,000 to work with me for a year. So when it was done and over with, their business was making more than my business. But what I taught them, last year they did $1 million.
Okay.
So what I taught them, I only got $5,000 for it. I'm not feeling warm and fuzzy about the value that I represent for them in the next 10 years,
right,
based on the price that I charge.
Yeah, Darnyell, as your business coach, I need to tell you something.
Sometimes we have to taste our own medicine is how we learn that lesson, right, Darnyell?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was wet behind the ears, guys. I was just getting started, and I was just so excited to have a client, right?
Sure.
And I know you guys, your listeners are this way every single day, but we've got to think about the value we're going to represent in the next 5 to 10 years. And here's another thing we have to think about. How much profit do you want? So I teach my clients when we're first getting started, one of the first things we do is we create their life plan. Why do they start their business, and what do they want? Do they want a big old house? Do they want to drive a Range Rover? Do they want a vacation 6 times a year? What is it? The only way you're going to get there is if you're charging more than it costs and you're thinking about the level of profitability you need to enjoy to experience what you want in your life.
Darnyell, this is why you make so much sense and why we love having you on the show. You just put it out there, you lay it out and call it what it is, and we love this. Listen, for the sake of time, I need to ask you, where can we get more information about you, your coaching, and your experience?
Yeah, IncredibleOneEnterprises.com, IncredibleOneEnterprises.com. The one is spelled out. We're actually about to go on a 3-city tour, the Position to Profit tour, and we're hitting Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and Atlanta, Georgia, and you can learn about all of that at IncredibleOneEnterprises.com.
Darnyell, when you come to Denver, we want to be in that front row.
Awesome. I'm trying to work it out. I've got to get some things situated to get over to that side of the country, but it's definitely on my list.
Well, you've got friends when you get here. Named Coach of the Year by Stiletto Woman Media, recognized as Small Business Champion by Small Business Business Trends, and a regular guest now on the Experience Pros radio show. Darnyell, thanks so much for being with us today.
My pleasure, guys. Take care.
You betcha, folks. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Hi, this is Eric, and I want to talk to you about my friends over at McDonald Volvo. This family-owned business has been delivering extreme customer service for almost 50 years right here in our neighborhood. With upfront worry-free pricing and super personalized service, your best car buying experience is at McDonald Volvo. General Manager Will Roughton is a great friend, and he wants to meet you personally. Call him at 303-738-4803. That's 303-738-4803, and tell him the pros sent you.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the Orange Effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Every day, hundreds, if not thousands of people are searching online for what your business has to offer. SharpNet Solutions can help you get found, just like they did for Vera at Lovebug Matchmaking.
SharpNet has really helped our business expand to 60 miles around our business. Being able to be seen online and being able to be seen through searches has made an enormous difference.
SharpNetSolutions.com or 303-900-4988.
What do goofy pictures of Eric eating sandwiches and inspirational anecdotes have in common? You'll find both on the Experience Pros Facebook page. Follow the quirks, the laughs, and the inspiration you love all day long by following Experience Pros on Facebook.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
Dana Lash, 8 p.m. weeknights on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in. Do you use email for more than just sending a couple of messages, maybe like marketing your business?
Like email marketing? Yeah,
yes,
sure.
a lot
Absolutely.
of people do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Folks like Constant Contact, from which I draw this this inspirational segment, if you will, or any of the other ways that people use email marketing. There are common mistakes, especially when it comes to adding images.
The pictures?
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong? I thought you were supposed to add more pictures, less words.
No, too much of a good thing can be the case. Yeah, let's talk about some of the top 6, according to Constant Contact, the top 6 mistakes that people are using when using email marketing.
Okay, all right. So when you're putting pictures in your emails. Okay.
So the first one is the mistake of straying away from your brand. Every image in your email should reinforce the value and the brand promise that you offer.
All right. So since we're positive business talk and kindness and customer service, all the pictures, I shouldn't have Mean Girls.
Well, you should not have Mean Girls unless the article within your newsletter or email marketing thing is why you should avoid Mean Girls. I mean, it's got to be consistent with the overall flow of your brand.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
But usually what I do is I find an article or I have an article. This is what I want to write about. And I go to the Google.
Yeah.
And I type in a phrase and images and just grab a picture that I think kind of sort of goes with it.
Well, since we are on Major Market Radio, I will tell you that that's probably not the best way to go ahead and do things. There's such things as copyright infringement laws that could get you in trouble. And just because you've never been caught yet doesn't mean that you're doing something completely illegal.
All right, so I should stick with my own images, our own pictures, or from stock photos.
Yeah, those are best.
I know, but we don't take those pictures.
That's true.
We should take more pictures.
Just buy some stock photos.
Yes.
Get in with a stock photo or a royalty-free photo. There's lots of places where you can get royalty-free.
All right, so just going to the internet and looking for an image, that's bad.
Well, that could be illegal. Looking for the image is not illegal. Copying it, pasting it, and using it as your own could be illegal.
Okay, copyright infringement, intellectual property, all that bad.
Two for the price of one. Stay within your brand and make sure that you're all legal. Second thing is getting your image size all out of whack. Sometimes you choose an image and it's massive, right? Or sometimes you try to expand it and now it pixelates.
It's easier to make it smaller. It's not easier to make it bigger.
That is correct. Okay. And yet you also need to be aware that when you are making things smaller, it doesn't change the size of the images. So if you have a massive image, you are expecting the recipients of your email, all of them, to download this massive.
Even if I make it smaller?
You can make the picture look as small as you want it to.
Oh.
But it's still the same picture.
Oh, dang it.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't change the scale of it. And if you want to change the scale of your photo, you have to bring it into a photo imaging software and reduce the scale and then save it again. And which brings me up to the next point, and that is using the wrong file type. If you do that with, say, like a JPEG file, JPG file, you might discover that there's serious quality degradation every single time you save it. And before you know it, your JPEG looks kind of like it's got Ebola because of the images. The image degrades and there's like little worms all over your picture, and you don't like that, right?
Ew. Okay.
So use the right file type. JPEGs and PNG files are the best for
It shouldn't
web.
look good and right if it's not right. I think it should give you like bells and whistles and red flags and all of that.
Well, yeah, I would agree with that. And it usually does look bad when it's bad. Okay.
All right.
There are different display options. That's an important way to talk, depending on the way various email programs read your images. They will read the images and maybe even block them differently than your particular layout. You gotta be careful.
You know, this is the trouble when you work with some of those templates, is you go to put in a picture and the layout's already what it is.
Right.
You can't always change it and adjust it.
Yeah.
All right. So if there wasn't a picture there, you shouldn't put one in. Only put the pictures where the template says there should be a picture.
It can get wonky.
But I do think, here's the thing with, I think, these templates, Eric, and this is the downside to it, is they are very text heavy. They are words, and really only allowing you for very few photos. And maybe that's the reason, is because you don't want to send this email that is downloading all these heavy photos and it's too much for the receiver to receive. But I do think when it comes to email marketing, we are bombarding, we are really spending so much time in the text portion of it.
Right.
Eric, I know this is about the visual and the images, but we are spending way too much time and energy in the message. Nobody's reading it.
Right.
Nobody's going to take the time to read it. And the more we write, the less they're going to read. And so I really think, a simple message with a photo that extends the message and emphasizes the message is probably the best email marketing.
I'm so glad you brought it up, because the fifth point of mistakes that people make are using too many or too few images. And Constant Contact, of course, has been a major player in this game forever, for as long as email marketing has been a thing, has found the specific formula, if you will, for the resulting in the highest number of click-through rates.
Okay, what is it?
All right.
I'm ready.
Emails with 3 or fewer images.
All right.
And approximately 20 lines of text.
20 lines of text and 3 or fewer images, but at least one.
Yeah.
At least one image.
Yeah, an image grabs the attention and keeps people engaged, and it reinforces
has the highest click-through rate. So they'll click on something.
Yeah. So you think about this now. If this reminds me of the preacher who gave me advice when I was a young preacher, who said, listen, if you can't finish a sermon in 15 minutes, you've probably gone on way too long, and you don't deserve to be behind the pulpit.
15 minutes?
15 minutes.
I've never been to a 15-minute service.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Well, the service isn't 15 minutes because you got the songs.
Oh, well, I mean, no, okay.
But, some preachers should stop at 10. And some can get away with.
If we all have,
if they are incredible and articulate.
We all know. Give me 45 minutes and I can explain this whole thing to you.
But the question is, can you do it in 10?
That's
15.
a true professional who knows their product. They can write it down on a cocktail napkin, say it in just a few moments, a few sentences, and get their message across. Of course, supporting evidence and facts and figures and stories and all that can add to it. But the whole piece of it, really, can you say it with less words? And we do that a lot. We put it through the litmus test here around the office all the time. Can we say it with less words?
Right.
They're not reading it. We're taking up their precious time, really, because we just need to vomit all over them. Get the message out, give them a place that they can go to for further information for those that do want to read the whole thing, but don't put it all out there in the beginning. It's kind of like going out on a date. We don't put the whole thing out there. We just little samples.
Wait, what? Never mind. Not providing a next step. Images do a great job of grabbing attention, but they don't really convey what that next step is. So make sure that your images support the verbs or the words in the mail, and that those words give your reader a next step. We're a big fan of the next step.
The next step. And again, a little bit in the email, click here for more. And then when they get there should even be a click here for more. And then what's next? And
there you go.
By the time somebody's clicked through 3-4 times, you've got somebody that's interested.
There you go. And it's not leading them on, it's taking them through the journey.
Taking them through it.
Yep. And filtering out those who don't. Well, here at the Experience Pros Radio Show, we're all about that customer service. We are the home of the Extreme Customer Service Directory. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Steve Curtin, who is an expert in the area of customer service. And we're going to see if his thoughts line up with ours. Coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Attention business owners. If you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Tune in every Monday at 11:35 for What's Going On with Jim Smith from Prudential. Jim will host a lively conversation about the financial and investment topics you're asking about. You can call Jim and his Prudential team directly at 303-669-9701 and tune in on Monday mornings right here on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Congratulations to all the participants in the fan bragging contest. Over 2,000 positive reviews came in. We were anticipating great excitement and increased visibility for each business, but we didn't anticipate the emotion that came with it. There's no way to quantify the encouragement that your fan brags gave. Being an entrepreneur takes everything you've got, and to get the feedback from your own customers has proven to be priceless. Everyone here on the Experience Pros team salutes you today. Be proud, be visible. Check out the members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com, and thank you for supporting the companies that support us.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. List That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. List That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
The U.S. Postal Service wants to remind everyone this year to protect themselves from becoming victims of identity theft. Never give out passwords, PIN numbers, or account numbers. To learn more, visit www.consumer.gov/ncpw.
Ken Clark, Freedom 560. This afternoon at 1 on KLZ 560.
Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Listen to Adam Levine. That's the sound you want your customers to make when you not just serve them, but you delight them.
Don't you want them to go online and tell their friends, woo-hoo, you've got to do business with this company. We say extreme. Our next guest says extraordinary. Steve Curtin is the author of Delight Your Customer, 7 Simple Ways to Raise Your Customer Service from Ordinary to Extraordinary. After a 20-year career with Marriott International, Steve now spends his time speaking, consulting, and writing on the topic of extraordinary customer service. Steve, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Well, thank you for having me.
I have to say right now, Steve, I apologize. I called out Adam Levine as Gwen Stefani.
That's quite all right.
Sorry about that.
You're forgiven.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Until Gwen finds out.
Right. Steve,
never call your customer the wrong name.
Right.
Is that up there in one of those tips, Steve?
Yeah, it probably is, but they trust your heart at the same time. It's okay to make an honest mistake.
You're a kind and forgiving man. So, Steve, let me ask you this. Customer service, 10 years ago, no one cared. At least this didn't seem to be the big thing. And today we've realized, especially going through the economic trials of 2008 and beyond, that it's not just a thing, it's the only thing. Tell us your take on the whole service conundrum.
Well, I suppose my take really begins with my definition of customer service, which, there's a lot packed into sort of a short, pithy definition, but here it is. Customer service is a voluntary act that demonstrates a genuine desire to satisfy, if not delight, a customer. So while the definition's short, there are like 7 different elements packed in there. I don't know that we have time to talk about all of them today, but there's a lot packed in there.
You bet.
Well, and typically these days when people think of customer service, Steve, it's the billing department where I go and pay my bill, or it's where I go and return an item I don't want anymore. Nobody really thinks of us as being delighted and serving and receiving or anything like that.
Right. And that's why, it's important. There are a couple things, and they're both contained in that definition that I just shared. One of them is the voluntary aspect of exceptional customer service. So while there are certain things that employees have to do, as a part of their job role, like uphold policies and procedures and adhere to uniform standards, that sort of thing, delivering exceptional customer service is not one of them. That's voluntary.
Voluntary? No. That's not an option. Why is it voluntary, Steve?
Well, it's like in a relationship, and in fact, one of the other characteristics definition is the term act. And when you say act, that connotes action.
Right.
So like in a relationship, I like to say service is a verb, but it's just like love is a verb. Parenting is a verb. Friendship, they're all verbs. They require us to do something. And too often in relationships where someone's not doing something, that relationship's perceived to be parasitic, and it's generally doomed. And it's the same with customers.
All right, Steve, let's take this out of the realm of the ethereal and bring it down to day-to-day activity. The owners of businesses, Angel and I here in this case, have this great notion of what customer service is, and we are right on board with your definition. It is exactly what we want to see happen. And then there's those things called employees. And maybe, and I'm not saying that our employees are offline, but what if they were? I mean, how do you get an employee to grasp, you got your leaders and you got your followers. How do the followers get what the leaders are trying to accomplish?
Well, it starts with screening job applicants. That's absolutely critical. You don't always have the luxury to screen applicants because you have tenured employees who are in place, or if you're a manager, for instance, and you're transferred to a location where there are existing employees, you don't have the opportunity to do that. But I would always start with talking about screening. Most businesses have some turnover, and businesses that could really use a lift up in customer service, generally speaking, have high turnover. So I'd start with selection, and I'd look for employees who are helpful, who genuinely delight in the opportunity to serve others, who enjoy relationships, whether that be with coworkers or whether it be with customers. Applicants who express pride in their ability to deliver exceptional customer service, who view their jobs as a positive outlet as opposed to something neutral or even a negative obligation, who want to learn and grow, who are interested in advancing their careers, that sort of thing.
Steve, if you have had a company or culture where customer service wasn't really emphasized, and yet you're losing customers, maybe this is something we need to remedy, can you do it with your current staff if you've never expected that from them before?
Yeah, you can do it with your current staff. Businesses are made up of two things. They're made up of processes, they're made up of people, and specifically the attitudes of those people. The processes are put in place by the management, and the employee attitudes are really discovered through the screening process. Managers always have to assume responsibility for the processes. So I've always liked to say, don't blame the person who's delivering subpar customer service. Blame the process. What's the process that put that person in place? Was it the screening process or lack thereof? Was it the fact that the jobs aren't designed with intention to provide employees with a sense of meaning by connecting them to their higher purpose, by not allowing them to foster relationships in the workplace, by not allowing them to learn and grow? That's all the job design process, or I should say the job design responsibility, which is the responsibility of the management.
Oh, and that's a tough pill to swallow sometimes, because we think that it's them, it's not us, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's easier. The employee's proximate. They're right there. And so they're generally the person, whether it's over the phone or online through a chat forum or face-to-face, who receive the brunt of customer frustration when, in fact, they may have very little to do with the cause of that frustration.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Very good point. And
Steve, the book is Delight Your Customers. How do our listeners get a copy of the book and follow you? Do you have a website and Twitter that they can follow you on?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can find me at Steve Curtin, CURTIN.com. My Twitter handle is enthused, and you can find the book on Amazon.com.
Enthused. I love that. We're going to make sure we're following you on Twitter. Make sure you pick up your copy of Delight Your Customers. It really is, the key to keeping our doors open these days. Am I right, Steve?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I know these interviews go kind of quickly, but I'd like to let you know, Cher invited me to submit a blog post that pertains to this interview in particular, and she's going to make that available to your listeners at your website through a PDF.
Absolutely. Yep, we've got that. We'll be posting that also, so you can check out our website and read Steve's thoughts. But make sure you check him out on his website, SteveCurtin.com, CURTIN.
Steve, great to have you on the show again, my friend.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me here.
All right.
Much appreciated.
You bet. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk coming up next. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you are doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in. All your computer quirks and hang-ups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
BizCard Express in Centennial offers fantastic print and sign packages and tremendous value for your small business. Check out their $99 Jumpstart package with 500 business cards, 500 flyers, 100 forms, and 2 car magnets. You heard right, only $99. Call today, 303-771-2244. Need a little more oomph? Ask for their Grow Your Business package, ranging from $500 to $995, and you'll be amazed at how much you get when you partner with BizCard Express in Centennial. They'll meet or beat anyone's prices. 303-771-2244. That's 303-771-2244 or online at printandpromos4biz.com.
Did you get some great customer service today? Did someone make you feel a little happier for doing business with them?
Give them a fan brag. This is Eric, and you can call into Fan Braggin Friday and share your story with me and Angel on the air, or you can write a fan brag at experiencepros.com.
Once you start looking for great customer service, you'll find it's in more places than you thought. Share your great finds with us by calling 855-FAN-BRAG during our Friday show. Kindness is so simple, and we want to hear from you.
There's only one place on the dial for you to share your stories of great customer service, and that's Fan Braggin Friday on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Every Friday, the phone lines are open for you to call and tell the world who's getting it right in business. Call 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Braggin Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel, and then tell the world about Fan Braggin Friday.
John Rush during the afternoon rush. Today at 3 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
My little pretty one, when you gonna give me some time, Sharona?
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. Several weeks ago, I think it was, maybe even just last week, I channeled my inner Jeff Foxworthy for a segment. I don't know if you remember that.
I think that was just last week,
and,
right? I think I'm still scarred by it. Excuse me?
That we've been asked to reprise the role. And so
we've been asked by whom?
Yes. So here we go with 7 telltale signs that you may be a weak leader.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Are these are signs that we might be, but this is not a here's your sign. It's a you might be a redneck, you might be a weak.
Right, there you go. Jeff
See,
Foxworthy.
I get the signs and the thing, and okay.
Signs is just the thing, but it's signs you might be a weak leader, and I'm going to bring out my inner Jeff Foxworthy per the massive demand.
The massive demand of no one.
All right, so sign number one that you might be a weak leader. If your team routinely suffers from burnout, you might be a weak leader.
Does he whine like that, really?
Have you ever listened to the guy?
I don't think I've ever really noticed how whiny.
I think you're missing the point.
You're whining.
If your team routinely suffers
from burnout,
you might be a weak leader.
Okay, so there are times when you have to burn the midnight oil, where kind of all hands on deck for a thing, a reason, a season, a campaign. But if you're burning them out and you're running them down with no purpose, no break, no fun.
If you have a constant crisis.
Yeah, you're not leading it. That's the one where you're always chasing, putting out fires, but never really changing anything, preparing, planning ahead.
Exactly. If you avoid making the tough call, you might be a weak leader.
Well, those phone calls are hard to make. All the calls are tough. Are you so proud?
I am. It's getting better.
It is?
I have discovered.
Who says that?
Rich Little called and said,
who is encouraging this and saying, yes, you're getting better? Because if it's the people behind the glass, stop it.
All right. So do you avoid making a tough call?
What tough call? Telling you to stop it?
No, Donald Trump, you're fired.
No, you make that phone call.
I just did Don. I did the Donald. I did.
You say you're fired how many times a week, Cher?
No.
5 times a week he says you're fired.
No, we're going to get to that in a minute. Don't jump the gun.
And one of these days...
Don't jump the gun. We've got that down there. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but we got to talk about making the tough call. And if you have to fire somebody or discipline them, or if you have to stop doing something that you've been doing for a long time, but it's difficult for you to do it because it's your baby, you might be a weak leader.
Okay. Okay, move on.
You have to agree with that.
I do. I just don't.
All right.
Okay.
If you do not provide adequate direction, you might be a weak leader.
All right. So having a purpose, having a vision, knowing where we're going, why we're doing it. So often as a manager, as a leader, you want to give all the house.
Right.
This is how I want you to do it. I want you to do it from left to right, right to left, this way, that way, versus this is why we do it. And this is the purpose. And so you don't have to micromanage. You have to just give vision.
Right.
That's what makes you a great leader. You don't have to check in
but
and
you have
hover.
to communicate it.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. If you belittle your team members in a public setting, you might be a weak leader.
Are you considered my team member?
Yeah. Aren't I?
I'm just asking.
Here's the thing. You mentioned how many times I fire certain individuals in our office.
I think it's just because you want to
in public.
You want
I've
to
always
exert some level of. Please tell me I've got some authority around here.
Yeah, well, everybody needs a little of that.
Yeah. And since you don't, this is how you express it.
And by the way, for those who are listening, saying, that Eric's just a jerk, I don't fire anybody. I don't have the authority to fire anybody. It's just something I like to say.
He likes to say it, but nobody works for him, so he can't
I
actually have anybody to fire.
I always say it this way. You're fired after your work is done today, and I'll rehire you tomorrow. Here we go. If you make commitments, but you don't follow through, you might be a weak leader.
Well, you're the little boy who cried wolf or something like that.
Right.
You just diminish your credibility if you say stuff and never act on it and follow through. Absolutely.
All right.
I agree with the sentiment. I just don't want to hear the whiny voice.
It's Jeff Foxworthy. I can't help that.
Yes, you
I cannot help
can.
that. No,
You
it's the way
could.
he does it.
Yeah, but this
I'm channeling Jeff Foxworthy. And I can't say, I can't do this because then he's going to hit me with a copyright infringement. I have to give him credit. So if you ask multiple people to work on the same request independently, you might be a week later.
Oh, so going to one person saying, "Hey, can you do this project?" and then go to another person, so that way,
one way or the other, the
why would
project's
you
going to
have
get
it
done.
Why would you do that?
Well, because you're a week leader.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's ineffective. Having opportunity cost of having two people work on the same project.
The definition of week later is you're ineffective. That's from Angel Tussey.
I didn't say it like that.
All right. It's Jeff Foxworthy. Stick with me here,
All
okay?
right, okay.
I'm actually a budding, what do you call that? Impressionist.
A budding impressionist. Do you do anybody else?
Rich Little is on line one.
Do you do anybody else?
I do you.
You cannot do me. You cannot. No way.
You cannot. See? Let's get back to it, lady. If you don't provide honest feedback, you might be a week later.
Well, here's the thing. Providing tough yet fair and loving feedback is a hallmark to a strong leader, because people do appreciate your candor. They want honesty. They might not like the truth, but they don't want you to lie to them.
It's what I call my Cher Moonstruck moment.
Did she slap you?
No, you did. Not like physically slap me, but you provide honest feedback, and sometimes it feels like a slap.
You know what?
I love it because you take care of you.
I'm here to help.
You
do you really want to be putting that out there?
And every so often, once in a blue moon, every 16 years, you allow me to feedback for you, which is nice.
It is.
You are.
You're not due for several years, though, so lay low.
I know. I'm laying low.
Okay.
Well, there you go. There's my Jeff Foxworthy. If you love my Jeff Foxworthy impressions and would like to hear them every single week, we will make a segment of Jeff Fox. I think there's something to do. Why are you looking at me like that? I think
I get a segment off every week. I'm gonna excuse myself.
We need, Eric, you're going south now. I'm gonna excuse myself.
Well, Eric does his Jeff Foxworthy impression.
Bless your heart. No, I think this is
the whole Southern accent.
Yep.
I've never lived in the South. I don't have Southern relatives.
But you pick it up.
I do. Way too quickly. I could be on the phone with somebody, and by the time we get off the phone, I am all right, darling. I don't know, whatever. It comes out. I don't know how.
I really do want to hear from you.
But we don't want to do Jeff Foxworthy regularly.
Our Facebook page, facebook.com/Experience Pros. If you want to hear a Jeff Foxworthy like segment, I have to say it that way, a Jeff Foxworthy like segment.
Of you might be something.
You know, why not? I mean, it's getting better. You can't argue the point. The article was solid. And so I think it was an entertaining thing. And since I don't have a sound machine box, and Charlie says, Eric, you can do it all in your own voice, there you have it. I did.
Okay,
so tell us, would you like to have a Jeff, not every day, not every segment, but once a week? Would you like a Jeff Foxworthy like segment? And I'll bring Jeff to the studio every single week. You let us know. Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Stop shaking your head.
Please don't.
You might be a weak co-host.
Look, we can get the redneck word of the day from Jeff Foxworthy.
I love it. What's today's?
Doodle.
Doodle? What does it mean?
A male person and his predicted actions. Don't
Stop
even look
right
at
there.
him, because that doodle kill you.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. All right. Folks, on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people who make this show happen every single day, we've got one more hour left, but you got to hang with us over the top of the hour, commercial break, and then we'll be back with more positive business talk.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Haystack Help Radio can now be heard at noon weekdays on KLZ 560.
I'm Lex Friedman. I run my own business, so I know from experience, hiring new employees can be tough. With so many job boards out there, you need to post your job on all the top job sites to find the best candidates. Now, with ZipRecruiter.com, you can post to 50-plus job sites, including social networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Screen, rate, and hire the right candidates fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/quick. That's ZipRecruiter.com/quick.
I'm Chris Wald. Since taking Andro 400, I have dropped 45 pounds. I'm sleeping better. My knee pain went away. I've had some lower back issues, and I've noticed that went away. And the radio ad, does it attack belly fat? Well, let me tell you, it did. I've lost 6 inches.
So guys, if you'd like to get similar results, try Andro 400, the safe, inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 866-546-1955. 866-546-1955.
KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at KLZ560radio.com. This is KLZ 560. Freedom, liberty, truth.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm Chris Barnes.
President Obama does not love Israel. His whole agenda is to control Israel.
On the eve of national elections in Israel, actor Jon Voight saying President Obama does not love the Jewish state. In a video posted to the website Just Jared, Voight accusing Obama of trying to make friends with Israel's enemies.
I love Israel. I want to see Israel survive and not be overtaken by the madmen of this world. We must learn from history where the true danger lies. I pray to God to keep Israel safe, and America as well.
The known conservative actor made famous by his role in the classic film Midnight Cowboy also voicing his opposition to the talks with Iran over its nuclear program. Syria's president saying only Syrians can decide their future. A statement appearing to dismiss U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry's remark that he would be willing to talk with Bashar al-Assad to help broker a political resolution to that nation's civil war. Assad saying on Iranian state TV, any talk about the future of the Syrian president is for Syrian people alone. Kerry had said in a CBS News interview, the U.S. is pushing for Assad to seriously discuss a transition strategy to help end Syria's 4-year conflict. Holding up the nomination of the next U.S. Attorney General, we get an update from the Blaze Radio's Greg Moore.
The Senate may not be considering Loretta Lynch's nomination to be Attorney General anytime soon. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell saying he wants Democrats to allow a human trafficking bill that includes an anti-abortion measure to move forward first. McConnell says he hasn't decided whether he will support Lynch to replace current Attorney General Eric Holder. McConnell making his comments on CNN's State of the Union.
Again, that's the Blaze Radio's Greg Moore. And this is news on the Blaze Radio Network. Truth lives here.
You've been listening to the Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560.
Grassroots Radio Colorado with Chris Cook. Tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where we are truly having more fun than we ought to be able to have. And yet, it's positive business talk, and it's Jeff Foxworthy. I mean, what's not fun about that?
Well, we are having fun. We did look up, found Jeff's, found a fun little video clip, shared it to our Facebook wall, facebook.com/Experience Pros. Go to Facebook and like the Experience Pros page. We're always posting really fun, fun stuff, positive stuff,
right,
things to brighten your day, encourage you. But Eric does think, and I had to go and listen to the Jeff Foxworthy YouTube video.
What'd you discover?
You do actually sound like him, but I just didn't remember it. So whiny, and maybe it's because it wasn't right in my head, and it was
your head
a little bit, diffused.
Here's the thing about a comedy and B, when people do other people's voices and whatnot, it's that little exaggeration, and in some cases, a lot of exaggeration.
Eric is big on the exaggeration. Emphasizes. He says it helps him to get into character and helps him to bring the education or the entertainment value. And so he has to emphasize and exaggerate. But if you call him on it, he's like, oh, but Angel, no, that's not me. That's not me. So
I was going to talk about entertainment value.
You shared a video.
I shared several yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah. I have a comment that I'm going to add to that.
You did.
In a minute.
Well, I decided yesterday here in Denver, of course, gorgeous weather. And so I'm hanging out at the Pit, which is a place where friends hang out. And we're dancing. Gloria Stefan and her Miami Sound Machine are just doing the thing, and the rhythm's going to get you and all of that. And I started dancing. And then my friend decided to video me dancing.
So he really plays well to the camera. Eric is that showbiz guy. You put a camera on and he goes into performance mode.
436 people have looked at this video.
Performance mode. Right. It is very entertaining. You're right. You are entertaining.
What are you doing there?
Nothing.
You're doing something.
I just shared a comment on the page.
Lovely.
So if you are friends with Eric and you want to follow Eric, find him on Facebook under Eric Raymer. The rhythm did finally get him Gloria Stefan and his dance, and he's doing his own little version of the conga or something.
It was the conga.
And
it was a lot of fun.
And then I just posted a fun little comment to it because he's gonna make me wet my pants.
If I made you laugh, if I made you smile, then I've done a good thing, I think. And it was such a fun afternoon.
It's just beautiful.
Right?
We are all, I say I'm solar powered. I need the sunshine. But apparently most of Colorado is, because the sun came out and so did all the people.
You bet.
They were out in droves everywhere. And it was flip-flop season.
It really was.
It's like everybody was wearing their flip-flops. It was so exciting. But it was also a little unnerving because now we've all been buried under coats and layers and sweaters and scarves and boots. And now our arms are out and our legs are out. But it's okay because everybody looks the same.
I got some color yesterday. So did you.
You did. You need to learn 2 words.
Sunscreen. I know.
Just dismiss it like that. Sunscreen. I know.
I have to lay down a base coat. You know that.
No, you don't.
I do.
Skin cancer, hello.
Base coat.
No base coat necessary. You can still get a tan. You can still get a tan while wearing sunscreen.
You know what? We're going to ask Adam Witty when we come back because he's an expert at tanning.
I do.
Either that or why you should talk about, spelling out and write out your professional goals. One of those 2 topics we're going to talk about.
Something. Or tanning.
When we come back right after these messages on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
When your IT person says, your VPN's PPTP failed because the IP conflict caused a protocol failure, all you seem to hear is, blah, blah, money, blah, blah, last time. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we speak geek fluently, but we translate when talking to you. When you understand the issues, you can better prioritize your money and time. Our managed services provide a stable spending model with system monitoring and trust. Call C-Squared Computer Consulting today at 303-933-1113 or go to c2cc.net.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Congratulations to all the participants in the fan bragging contest. Over 2,000 positive reviews came in. We were anticipating great excitement and increased visibility for each business, but we didn't anticipate the emotion that came with it. There's no way to quantify the encouragement that your fan brags gave. Being an entrepreneur takes everything you've got, and to get the feedback from your own customers has proven to be priceless. Everyone here on the Experience Pros team salutes you today. Be proud, be visible. Check out the members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com. And thank you for supporting the companies that support us.
5 years ago, Eric and Angel wrote the book Lists That Saved My Business. This was long before they ever started using Twitter and before they were really using Facebook. And this book is still saving the Experience Pros business today. Since then, they've learned a few new tricks and they've added them to the second edition of Lists That Saved My Business. The new book is coming in May 2015, but you can still get your collector's edition of the first copy on Amazon.com. Stay tuned for the book release of the revised version, Lists That Saved My Business. Get your copy today.
Hi, this is Eric, and I want to talk to you about my friends over at McDonald. My own business has been delivering extreme customer service for almost 50 years right here in our neighborhood. With upfront worry-free pricing and super personalized service, your best car buying experience is at McDonald Volvo. General Manager Will Roughton is a great friend, and he wants to meet you personally. Call him at 303-738-4803. That's 303-738-4803, and tell him the pros sent you.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Braggin Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune into the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
Haystack Help Radio can now be heard at noon weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric, where the future's so bright you need SPF 50.
You do need a little more sunscreen.
It's just a little glow.
I think you just need to be safe. And our next guest, we're going to find out. We're talking about writing the story of your life. All right, maybe you've never thought of it that way, but it is writing down your personal and professional goals, getting them down on paper. Adam Witty is our guest, the founder and CEO of Advantage Media Group. He also helps people helps professionals create, publish, and market a book that will help them grow their business. Adam, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
It's great to be with you guys, and it is a beautiful sunny day in Charleston, South Carolina. Yes, I do have my sunscreen on.
All right, well,
You're a smart man,
that
Adam Witty.
It right there.
Yeah, Eric always thinks he needs to get a little burn first. I worry about him because I don't think he's taking control of his life to be the CEO of his own life. Adam, give him the what for.
Well, unlike cats, we only have one life to live. And one of the mottos that I live my life by is you only live life once, but if you work it right, once is enough.
Attaboy. I'm with that all the way. Adam, can we shift gears for just a second and talk about writing your goals so that you get to live that life to its fullest?
Well, yeah, it goes back to what I just said. You only get one chance. Right. I mean, there's no dress rehearsal. And so if you want to make the most of it, if there's things you've always dreamed of doing, if there's goals you've always wanted to attain, experiences you've always wanted to have, what I found a very, very long time ago is that intention is very powerful when it comes to accomplishment. And the most successful people that I've ever been around are the ones that not only dream, but then they put a plan to paper on how they're going to accomplish that dream. I mean, it's so easy to daydream. Oh, I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that. Oh, man, I really wish I could do that at some point in my life. But then we forget about it, or we really never put any concrete plans in place. And so what I have found from mentors and coaches and also just studying some of the most successful people in world history is those that dream and then plan and put those goals and dreams on paper and put timelines to those goals are the ones that actually achieve them.
Adam, you used a word that some of our millennials may not be aware. Paper. What is it about writing the goals down that makes such a difference?
Well, a couple of things. When you actually write them down, it's another way to essentially etch those in your mind. It's one thing to think, but then when you think and then take it another step further and physically write them down or type them, on your computer. So the first thing is that it's another gyration, if you will, that you go through that really etches and burns that goal in your mind. But the most important thing by writing it down or by typing it onto a document on your computer is that now it's something that you can reference. And if you continually come back and reference those goals, you'll, one, be amazed at what you're able to achieve, but secondly, it'll be a reminder to you, almost a kick in the pants that I really wanted to get going and I've got to get to it. I write down all my goals